Right now, remembering the loss as two more of the young men killed in the Middleton crash are laid to rest. Well, good morning and welcome to News 3 Now this Sunday morning. I'm Taylor Lazenby, and we're going straight to our new development this morning as police are investigating after shots were fired overnight on State Street. Right now, we know the Wisconsin Department of Justice confirms that one Madison police officer is in the hospital after being shot early this morning on State Street. Right now, the DOJ says that MPD officers were attempting to apprehend a wanted suspect in the 500 block of State Street. The subject ran from police during this arrest, and a round was fired, hitting an MPD officer. This officer was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Right now, the DOJ states that another officer sustained minor injuries during this arrest, but it's not clear right now how they were hurt. No one else was hurt in the incident. Police arrested the suspect without injury and noted that they had a handgun on them. The DCI is leading this investigation and assisted with the Wisconsin Crime Lab and the Wisconsin State Patrol. All involved law enforcement are fully cooperating with the DCI during this investigation. And Friday marked 1 week since 3 teenagers were killed in a fiery crash in Middleton. A family and friends and the community continue to mourn their loss. 2 of the 3 young men were laid to rest yesterday. Simon Blessy, a senior at Madison West, and Jack Miller, a senior at Middleton High. Miller, a 17-year-old leukemia survivor, was known for being happy, easygoing, and charming. Blessy is being remembered for being joyful and charismatic and for his leadership. Both of their mothers say that they're grateful that they had one another but are mourning an unimaginable loss.
I love you, Jack, with all my heart. I'm so proud of who you were as a person. I will miss your nightly hugs, kisses, and love you, Mom. See you tomorrow. He's the first to kiss me. He's always the first to hug. Simon, I love you. I love you so much, baby.
There will be a celebration of life later on today for the 3 boys, including Evan Crotchwell, whose funeral was held on Friday. The celebration, hosted by friends and family, will be starting at 1 o'clock in the Middleton High School Performing Arts Center. And we're still working to learn more this morning about the man who hit the teen's car. The sheriff's office hasn't released his name, but says he's a 30-year-old man from Madison. Police say he's still in the hospital and expected to live. Charges are pending and could be added before he leaves the hospital. Also new this morning, 3 people are dead after a crash in rural Greene County. Officials say the crash happened about 7 o'clock on State Highway 11, just outside of Broadhead. A car didn't stop at an intersection and hit a semi-truck. Debris from the semi hit a pickup truck. The drivers of both of those cars were not hurt. And the sheriff's office says that 42-year-old Jesus Juan Carlos Lopez Vasquez was driving the car during that crash. He was wearing his seatbelt. His 2 passengers, including 33-year-old Gustavo Adolf Martinez, were not wearing their seatbelt. Fog and speed are considered to be factors in this crash. And after back-to-back blowout losses, the Badgers just wanted to get back on track, and they were finally able to do so.
Getting back Jake Hansen and Devin Withers.
Reemerged ready to go after he went down last week in their game against Michigan. Wisconsin up 3-0 late in the second when Mertz hands it off to John Sino, and he scores the Badgers' first touchdown of the game. And he also marks his 4th career rushing score. The Badgers do keep it up, though, in the second half. A couple more rushing touchdowns, and the defense makes it 24-0. And what about the Brewers? Turning to Game 2 in the NLDS. Things didn't go the way Milwaukee fans would have wanted it to. The Brewers couldn't get anything at AmFam Field on Saturday. The Braves did tie the series with a final score of 3-0. And now here's Julian Seawright with the first look of our Sunday morning forecast.
Thank you, Taylor. And our Sunday morning is still looking a bit rainy as it's starting to roll into Dane County as of right now. Some of you may have even gotten an alert that we have a thunderstorm that has reached into just about outside of Madison, about within the next 10 miles. But we are still seeing in Greene County some rain and some thunderstorms that are starting to continue to push their way about a northeastern track. Not very strong winds with this, but we are still looking at some rainy conditions for us. So with that, we are going to be looking also into our Monday, because Mondays we are looking at a severe weather threat, mostly about east of Dane County. However, we are still looking for Jefferson County to be within that slight risk of seeing severe threats. And on top of that, for Madison, we're within a marginal risk. So we are looking forward to keeping an eye on that throughout the course of the day, and especially as we get into tomorrow. Now for today, we are looking at clouds to pretty much blanket much of southern Wisconsin for today, and mild conditions as well, with on and off showers and thunderstorms throughout much of our afternoon. But then as we get into tonight, that's where we're going to be looking at more storms to be a bit more organized coming into our Sunday night and carrying into Monday morning, where we're looking for another round of some stormy conditions to be rolling in for us. So we're going to keep this up to date and continue to provide details throughout the rest of this morning. But back to you, Taylor.
All right, Julian, thank you so much. Well, Madison police are investigating after a report of shots fired on the city's southwest side. This happened early Saturday morning on Atticus Way, just a few blocks from UW. Officials say that they found more than a dozen shell casings and one car that was hit by gunfire. No injuries have been reported. And the Edgerton Fire Department covers about 15 miles of the interstate, typically responding to the busy road around 3 times per week, mainly for minor crashes. Accidents involving semi-trucks and other large vehicles account to around 2 to 3 calls per year. And while they may seem less frequent, they are all more than dangerous. Ariana Hansen explains.
Sometimes the biggest danger in a risky situation is a lack of preparation.
It really matters when you get into those really complicated extrications.
That's why the Edgerton Fire Department trains 2 times a month, dealing with any and all scenarios. And today's focus was on heavy extrications, accidents involving semi-trucks and other large vehicles.
You don't do it all that often, which actually plays into the fact that then you need to train on it more.
The fire department has a protocol in dealing with bigger crashes, prioritizing what to do and where to start. Chief Randall Pickering says that it begins before the firefighters even reach the scene.
The first thing you do is you take a look at what are we going to get ourselves into, what are the safety risks. If we can confirm that we're in a safe situation, then we're going to come forward.
After they make sure it's safe, the firefighters do 2 things: stabilize the vehicles and secure the passengers.
You're really doing 2 things. You're looking at the number of patients potentially involved and what is it going to take to stabilize the vehicles.
The department was joined today by instructors from AutoX, an Illinois-based extrication company. They say that while the heavy-duty crashes like the ones they're training on today aren't frequent, they're certainly high risk.
You always want to have a plan A, plan B, and even sometimes a plan C.
Which is why they take the time to travel across the country, educating first responders on the right techniques and tools to deal with them.
Sharing the knowledge. You can't keep knowledge, you have to share it.
In preparing through training sessions like these, the firefighters become better equipped to respond to interstate emergencies.
That was our Anna Hansen reporting. The fire department will continue its training later on today, bringing in a wrecker from Dewey's Towing and Auto Repair in Beloit. They say it's necessary to help prepare for bigger accidents. And car thefts are increasing in our area, and it's proving to be a tough trend to tackle. In recent years, police say juveniles have been behind many of these thefts. And Madison police statistics show the number of stolen cars is steadily rising each year. Reverend Dr. Marcus Allen from Mount Zion Baptist Church says that he's passionate about finding a solution.
It is my fear that these kids gonna run into the wrong house and someone gonna shoot them dead, and they have the legal right to do so.
Well, coming up tonight at 10, our Madeline O'Neill tells us why Allen is looking at this from a unique point of view and what's being done to put the brakes on this trend. Also new this morning, attorneys from a North Dakota man accused of shooting 2 Wisconsin cops are petitioning for a jury pool from a different county. Nathaniel Benton has pleaded not guilty in the shootings of 2 Delafield officers. while driving off and from a hit-and-run accident that happened just last November. Now, Benton's lawyers say local news coverage and social media are creating a growing public bias about this case. Now, Benton faces more than 60 years in prison. His trial is scheduled to begin on December 6th. And it's the Great Pumpkin Giveaway Charlie Brown. People in Fitchburg had the chance to get into the Halloween spirit on Saturday at Oak Bank. Anyone who went got their hands on a free pumpkin in exchange for a cash donation to the Madison Reading Project. There were also some activities as a bounce house for kids, a horse and carriage rides, and organizers say the event is a great way to ring in the fall season.
The weather here is perfect. The trees are turning. People come out from the community. They all just talk about how much they enjoy it. It's almost like a holiday on its own since we've been doing it for so many years.
Well, this is the 20th year of the giveaway. Each year, proceeds go to a different charity. Well, coming up, a local nonprofit is doing what it can to help our area homeless veterans. Plus, your thyroid may be the issue behind a lot of your health problems. We have that coming up next on News 3 Now this Sunday morning.
Everyone remembers the moment they heard, "You have cancer," how their world stopped, and when they found a way to face it. For some, this is where their Keytruda story begins. Keytruda, a breakthrough immunotherapy that may treat certain cancers. One of those cancers is advanced melanoma, which is a kind of skin cancer where Keytruda may be used when your melanoma has spread or cannot be removed by surgery.
Keytruda helps your immune system fight cancer, but can also cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body. This can happen during or after treatment and may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion or memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant, had or plan to have a stem cell transplant, or have had radiation to your chest area or a nervous system condition.
Today, Keytruda is FDA approved to treat 16 types of advanced cancer and is being studied in hundreds of clinical trials, exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. See the different types of cancer Keytruda is approved to treat at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda can be part of your story.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
You've heard the saying, if it looks like bacon and it tastes like sausage, it's probably Johnsonville sausage strips. Oh, you never heard that? Well, sausage strips are pretty new. They're strips of sausage in amazing flavors like maple and chorizo. You can find this meaty miracle by the bacon, even though it's sausage.
Whoa. Welcome back, everyone. We're still tracking some showers and storms within Dane County, Greene, and Rock County this morning. And we are looking for just this to be a brief wave that will be moving throughout southern Wisconsin. But we are going to continue to expect to see showers and storms throughout the day on and off. Now, one thing we are keeping an eye on as a heads up for our Monday, we are in a marginal risk for areas in the Greene and a slight risk into the east areas of Dane County for severe weather as we're looking at storm threats that could be severe heading into tomorrow. Now, Now, as we're planning out the rest of our Sunday, temperatures will be back into the mild wet range as we're into those 70s, and we're not going to be looking at much sunshine either, as plenty of clouds will be blanketing us as we continue throughout the day. We'll talk more about this in a few moments, but Taylor, back to you.
All right, Julian, thank you so much. Well, a local nonprofit is doing everything that it can to help our area homeless veterans. The UNT Horn Memorial Organization hosted its annual Stand Down Saturday at the Salvation Army. The group provides services and resources to veterans who are experiencing homelessness or veterans at risk of being homeless. Organizers say homelessness can be everything from a veteran living out on the street to crashing on a friend or relative's couch.
You know, veterans who are experiencing homelessness, a lot of them have either mental health conditions or substance abuse issues, and it can be really difficult to gain access to all the providers or services that they may need to help give them a hand up.
Organizers say all of the veterans that were served on Saturday were treated with dignity, respect, and kindness. Now, you can learn more about how to get involved by visiting our website. That's at channel3000.com. And turning our attention to our health news, your thyroid may be the issue behind a lot of your health problems. Our Leah Lynchine and Chris Stanford have more in this week's health conversation with Dr. Ropa Shaw.
Here's something you might not think a lot about. Your thyroid.
But it's an important part of your health. Though, how do you know if it's working? SSM health physician and wellness coach Dr. Ropa Shaw joins us now with more. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
So let's start with what exactly the thyroid is and what it does.
So the thyroid gland is a small little butterfly-shaped gland just right here below the Adam's apple in the neck. Normally, you can't see it or feel it, but if it enlarges, you might start noticing a little bulge or some swelling in your neck, especially when you look in the mirror, or somebody else may look at you and kind of notice that you've got a little swelling there. And this is something that you should be getting checked at your annual physical exam. The thyroid gland actually secretes thyroid hormones, and those hormones are very important because that's what help controls the speed at which all of our body's chemical functions proceed at. So people like to think of this as the metabolic rate. So it's very vital in controlling our metabolism.
Interesting. How do you know if your thyroid's functioning well enough?
So one of the easiest things that can be done when you go to your doctor's office, we can do a blood test in the office called a TSH. We can also do some free thyroid hormone testing called T4 and T3. But for most people, generally the TSH will be the best indicator of thyroid health. The TSH might be high if your thyroid is underactive, and it might be low if your thyroid is overactive. So again, it can be just a quick blood test that you can ask your doctor to perform if you're having any symptoms related to thyroid disease.
What are some of those symptoms?
So there's quite a few, but the biggest ones that I've noticed patients experiencing are weight gain and fatigue. But there's a lot of others too. Increased sensitivity to cold, constipation, dry skin, dry hair. Some people might look a little puffy in their face, a hoarse voice, muscle weakness, and just even feeling generally achy and stiff also. So listening to that list, you may think, oh, I have a lot of those symptoms. And it's quite possible you have a thyroid disease, but it's best to go check with your physician again and get some of those blood tests done to see if you actually have hypothyroidism.
Yeah, well, what about hyperthyroidism? Talk more about that. Tell us about it.
So hyperthyroidism is sort of what it sounds like. It's an overactive thyroid. So it's the opposite of being too low on your thyroid. This occurs when your thyroid gland actually produces too much of the thyroid hormone. And hyperthyroidism actually can accelerate your body's metabolism, but not in a good way. This can cause unintentional weight loss. People can have a rapid or irregular heartbeat. Some other symptoms, as I mentioned, weight loss, pounding of your heart, like you might have palpitations, increased appetite, feeling nervous or anxious, irritable. You can have more sweating, irregular periods, changes in bowel habits. So lots of other symptoms associated with hyperthyroidism as well. I always like to mention that if you're feeling like you're more anxious or nervous or having panic type attacks, this is another really good test to have done at your physician to make sure it's not caused by an overactive thyroid.
Can these conditions be treated?
Absolutely. So both of these conditions can be treated. If you're low on your thyroid, your doctor can prescribe a synthetic thyroid hormone to kind of replace that thyroid hormone your body's not making. And in the case that you're making too much thyroid hormone, we also have some treatment options that can help suppress your thyroid from producing all that excess hormone for you too. So it's really ideal to check with your physician if you suspect that you have any of those symptoms that I talked about earlier.
All right, great information this morning. Dr. Rupa Shah, thank you so much as always. And if we want to learn more about what you're up to, where can we find you on social media?
So you can find me on Facebook or Instagram at Wellness with Dr. Shah.
Thank you very much for taking the time this morning, Doctor.
Thank you, guys.
Well, our time right now is 7:43. Coming up, how restaurants are surviving during the pandemic. Plus, we're taking a live look outside as Julian will be back with a look of our work week forecast. That's next on News 3 Now this Sunday morning. But first, if you have a little one that is turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can celebrate with them.
News 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
For the pets you love, well, you gotta get down to Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, where your dollar goes to help so many pets in town. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse. Power your pets with Mounds brand dog power, perfect cat, and wild bird seed foods. They're nutritionally balanced, guaranteed fresh, and made in the USA. And every 11th bag is free. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
Your pipes need to loosen up. Your furnace needs to chill out. No more Freon for your AC. You don't need a working ceiling fan. Nothing can stop me from causing problems in your home. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
That's right, Pesky. Your problems are plunged.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Lifestyles of the smart and savvy. When it comes to saving money, the Marshalls are masterful. But back in the day, that was not the case. Today, savings is what drives them. That's why they chose Consumer Cellular.
You live and learn.
They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. Plus, AARP members get exclusive discounts. Switch today and get $100.
He has his grandfather's smile.
Her mother's eyes.
My cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease.
Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning and happy Sunday, everyone. Well, we've been tracking some showers and storms that came in from Iowa and are still making some impacts into Dane County and to Greene County and making their way into Columbia County as well, or Rock County as well, as we're moving in throughout the rest of our morning. As we're taking a closer look at what we're seeing here, we are seeing some showers. Some areas are looking at some moderate to heavy rainfall, especially over towards Rock County near Janesville as of right now. So a couple of those showers and storms are bringing in some lightning for us this morning. But what we're keeping an eye on is not necessarily just the rain showers that we're seeing as of right now, but also what we're seeing for tomorrow. We do have a slight risk for seeing some severe weather storms into the eastern side of Dane County. So areas to the east into the yellows where we're looking at slight risk of seeing some storms, but for Dane County and itself in Greene County and Columbia is where we're looking also for marginal risk. So Monday, we're looking for it to be a bit of a headache that could be making some impacts for us as we get throughout our work week. Now, as we take a look, what we're going to be seeing throughout, we are looking at this mid-latitude cyclone, which is, we could see with that signature of that counterclockwise motion, which is pushing its way into the upper Midwest, causing many disturbances into our atmosphere, which is also bringing in moisture, which is popping up a lot of showers, and we're going to be seeing some storms throughout the Midwest, especially for today. Now, as we get into our morning hours, we're going to be looking at on and off showers and storms throughout much of our Sunday, especially Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon. Now, what we're keeping an eye on is going to be Sunday nights, where we're going to be looking at some more showers and thunderstorms to start to push in to Dane and Greene County, especially overnight, and then back again as we get into our Monday morning and continuing into our Monday afternoon as well. We're going to be looking at plenty of showers and storms to be widespread for us throughout the next 24 hours. Now, in terms of seeing our precipitation, we're going to be looking at some pretty decent precipitation and rainfall around Platteville, Mineral, and Madison throughout the next 48 hours of events, and we're going to be seeing some rainfall for us. But for our Sunday, planning it out, we're going to be back to those mild conditions, plenty of cloud cover, as we can see as of right now, and overcast as we're waking up this morning. Still looking at some isolated showers and thunderstorms to be on and off throughout much of today, with today our high being around 76 degrees. But make sure you have your rain gear nearby for the next 48 hours, as we're going to be looking at showers and storms to really be in our forecast for the next few days, especially for Monday, where we're looking at potentially seeing some strong storms in the area. Then carrying into our Tuesday through Thursday, we're also holding on to that chance of rain as well. Then we're going to finally get into some more fall-like weather, as temperatures are going to be coming more exactly. Woohoo! We're looking at 60s coming into our next weekend and looking to dry out as well. So that is the good news after we get through these storms, Taylor.
Fingers crossed that it does happen that way. You know, weather is always changing.
Let's say a prayer and not do a rain dance.
Okay. Thanks so much, Julian. Well, we've been looking into the state of the restaurant industry here in Wisconsin and exploring how the Badger State lost more than 20% of its workforce during the pandemic. But not all news has to be bad news. With many operating for months at just 25 and later 50% capacity, industry leaders had to make a lot of quick changes and temporary cuts to their staff, their menus, and their hours. Now, even as restaurant groups like Food Fight are starting to recover, some managers say many of these cuts will become permanent.
And once we were forced to, maybe realize that we had been wasting some of our resources on hours that the business really didn't need and our customers weren't really that interested in the first place.
Well, you can learn more about what's staying and what's going by visiting our website. That's channel3000.com. And of course, make News 3 part of your weekly routine by downloading our Channel 3000 app for the latest headlines and weather conditions 24/7. But first, a pro baseball player. His daily job is pitching for the Arizona Diamondbacks, but he also has a side job, offering to mow your yard.
Call, that's all.
There's a one call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call is all it takes. One call, that's all. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
Some days, you just don't have it. Not my uncle, though. He's taking Trulicity for his type 2 diabetes, and now he's really on his game.
Once weekly Trulicity lowers your A1C by helping your body release the insulin it's already making. Most people reached an A1C under 7%. Plus, Trulicity can lower your risk of cardiovascular events. It can also help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Show your world what's truly inside. Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
Our retirement plan with Boya keeps us moving forward.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, guys.
They have customized solutions to help our family's special needs. Hey, graduation selfie.
Well done. And Voya stays by our side, keeping us on track for retirement.
Giving us confidence in our future.
And in Kevin's. You ready for your first day on the job?
I was born ready.
Go get him, Kev. Well planned, well invested, well protected. Voya, be confident to and through retirement.
Quinol turmeric supports healthy joints and inflammation response. Unlike regular turmeric, Quinol's superior absorption helps you get the full benefits of turmeric. Quinol, the better turmeric.
People today, they could spend half their lives over 50.
What are you in for?
Cholesterol check. Cool. Make sure your health lives as long as you do. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
I was hurt in an accident, my bills are piling up, and I could really use some money right now. I'm so glad I didn't let the insurance company pressure me into a settlement. Gruber Law Offices got my bills paid and made sure my future was protected.
One call, that's all.
To be voted the #1 news station in America is an honor.
And to be called the best in our industry is a great accomplishment.
News 3 Now, WISC-TV, winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence.
We're excited about receiving this prestigious award.
Not for what it says about us,
for what it means for you. Thank you for making News 3 Now, WISC-TV.
Your first choice for excellence.
Welcome back. Well, his day job is pitching for the Arizona Diamondbacks, the single-A affiliate, mowing down batters. But Rockland's Scott Randall also has a side job, offering to mow your yard. Steve Large has our story.
Scott Randall's dream has come true. He's now a pro ball player with the Arizona Diamondbacks organization.
It was just a shocking moment.
This photo capturing the day he signed his contract.
Just everything you ever dream about ever since being a kid.
Now, the road to making the Major League Ball Club is starting in the single-A minor leagues. But until he's there, it is not a road of riches.
The pay is just kind of just the bonus part of being able to live out your dream.
Randall earns about $500 a week in his minor league contract, which means people who live in Randall's Rockland neighborhood can now get a good deal. He's mowing lawns this fall season during his baseball off-season.
So being able to have access to just post something on Nextdoor and just easily, I got like 30 comments on the post within a day. And I'm filled up for 2 weeks.
Randall posted his job offer to Nextdoor, and people who want to see a pro pitcher work their front yard can now pay for one.
First thing I always say is when they message me is congratulations on getting drafted in the first place. And then they ask me what I can do.
He's living his dream playing pro ball.
My first day there, I go up and kids are asking for autographs.
While living in reality, making enough money to pay the bills. Just don't expect the lawn care to continue once he's in the majors.
No, I don't think so. I think we'll be making pretty good money to not have to do that anymore.
Hi, Taylor. A few of us just wanted to say congratulations, good luck, and we'll really miss you.
We did not get to work together on the weekend morning show long, but the time that we did, just absolutely fantastic.
Hi, Taylor. It's Hattie. I had so much fun working with you on the weekend morning.
Your home feels clean and happy?
The people inside feel clean and happy, too.
We make junk disappear.
Great at whatever you do.
Hey, Taylor, it's your little brother. It's been a pleasure working with you for the past couple of months. You've made the transition into Madison very awesome.
You know, I'm sad that you're leaving, but I'm so happy for you. I'm excited to see what you end up doing in the future, and it was such a pleasure working with you. I don't think I've cried of laughter as much as I have working with any other person on air, so thank you for that.
Oh, you guys. Well, secret is out. Today is my last day on air, technically at the desk. My last week here will be on Friday, but yeah,
We're gonna miss you.
I know, right?
Just like what Austin said, dying of laughter on air has definitely been. We've had our moments.
It has. We've had a great time, and it's been wonderful being here in Madison and helping give the news and information out to you guys. So I will definitely be in touch. And of course, you could always call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
Well, once again,
Impossible.
Absolutely. And once again, we will miss you here in News 3. And I've only been here for 3 months, and it's been awesome working with you. So thank you, Taylor. And as before she cries, we're going to take a quick look at our weather. We now have an alert day in the forecast for Monday, folks. We are going to be looking for some severe storms that could be potentially making their impact throughout our Monday. We'll keep you up to date throughout the rest of the day on that alert day and what else to expect for the work week. Back to you, Taylor.
All right. Well, that will do it for us this Sunday. The Brad and the rest of the game will be here later on tonight at 6 and at 10.
We're excited about